Hey guys, Nish Quick here. So really quick discussion I wanted to have today with you guys, and it is about the best RPG of 2023. Yeah, really random topic, but I've been hearing a lot of people talk about what they think the best RPG of this year is, and especially pertaining to the Game Awards this year. Yeah, so Jeff Keighley's infamous Game Awards that happen every December. And yes, as you guys know, one of the very big, prominent categories in the Game Awards every single year is Best RPG. So let's talk about that today, because there is one frontrunner for Best RPG this year. All of you guys can guess what that game is, but also there's another game which I want to talk about today that I really hope doesn't get snubbed. I hope it is not forgotten, and I feel like it will be forgotten. I think you guys can guess what these two games are. But anyways, let's talk about it right now. If you enjoy videos like this, casual discussion videos about RPGs, about Nintendo games, why not hit the subscribe button? That's what I talk about on the channel, and hit the like button. It helps me out a ton. Alright, so a few people online have been talking about the Game of the Year contenders. What are the best games of 2023? And of course, RPGs are part of the category, part of the conversation, part of the discussion. Right now, I hear a lot of people saying, of course, the big heavy hitter, Final Fantasy 16, is going to take home the big prize. Yeah, I totally think it will, and I totally think it deserves it. It's a really nice, cool, epic comeback for the Final Fantasy series. I haven't played it yet. I might play it a little later on in this year because I have a huge backlog of games and it's a pretty pricey purchase for $70, so I'm gonna hold off on it for now. It does look really cool though. You got other games like Starfield, which is a Western Bethesda-style RPG, kind of like Skyrim. You got Diablo, which is like your dungeon crawling action RPG kind of game. And then some people might even consider The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom to be an RPG, though I don't think it should be in that category. I think it's best reserved for the action-adventure category. That's another discussion entirely. So what game do I think will be snubbed this year at the Game Awards for the Best RPG category? Well, you guys might already know. I might keep you guys in suspense a little bit longer because let's go look at some history. Let's look at some Game Awards history, some Jeff Keighley lore. Let's dig into that. Alright, so I'm going to look at the Game Awards 2016. Let's see. Game Awards 2016 nominees. There it is. Alright. Let's go over here and let's find Best Role-Playing Game. Okay, here it is, Best Role-Playing Game. Let's see what's nominated over here. World of Warcraft Legion. Alright, decent nomination there. Deus Ex Mankind Divided. Alright, one more there. Dark Souls 3 from Software. Dark Souls 3 was nominated, but it didn't win. Interesting. Oh, look at this. Xenoblade Chronicles X from Monolith Soft. Never mind that this is 2016. They're going off the Western release date. It should have even been nominated last year in 2015. That's besides the point. Let's see who won. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Blood and Wine, CD Projekt Red. Okay. Alright, I don't know if I want to look back into 2015 and see if it won Best RPG, but I do know that The Witcher 3's base game won Game of the Year in 2015. Here's the thing, I know what you guys are thinking. Witcher 3 Blood and Wine is a DLC expansion. Oh, of course it's a DLC expansion, yeah. You know what else is a DLC expansion? Or a DLC edition? Or DLC add-on? Cyberpunk DLC, I've completely forgot the name of it, but yes, that could be nominated as well. But that is not the game I'm talking about today. My point today in this video is that if The Witcher 3 Blood and Wine DLC, an expansion to The Witcher 3 with new content, new story, new areas to explore, new gameplay, all that, if that can be nominated and if it can win on top of that, I would love to see Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Future Redeemed in the nomination list. Do I think it will be there? No, I don't think it'll be there at all. I first want to go into why I think Future Redeemed should be on the nomination list. The reason is because it is a DLC expansion akin to Blood and Wine, but not just because it is akin to a game that won the Best RPG award back in the day. No. I think Future Redeemed is almost like its own Xenoblade game. It has new gameplay, separating it from Xenoblade Chronicles 3 base game. It has new characters, a new story, new areas, new expansive areas, and some of you might say, oh, Nishquick, but they reused Prison Island, they reused Colony 9. Well, was it copy-paste from Definitive Edition? No, it definitely was not. It looked different, it felt different, like the areas were different, the things you do in those areas were different. The exploration, the gameplay, the content in Future Redeemed was so much. There's so much to do in that game. I could have easily spent upwards of 40 hours in it. I completed Future Redeemed, and my hour count was finalized at about 25 to 27 hours of gameplay. I mean, most RPGs go upwards of 60 hours, but that's a full-length game. 25 hours? Same with Torna the Golden Country. Torna the Golden Country I spent about maybe 15 hours, but Torna the Golden Country also did have its own story, its own characters, its own areas to explore, its own unique combat system, which is an even bigger departure from Xenoblade 2 compared to Xenoblade 3 and Future Redeemed. That separation of combat from base game to DLC is much more in Torna. We're not talking about Torna in this video though. We're talking about Future Redeemed. Another thing is Future Redeemed has new music. Very, very awesome, amazing new music tracks that people were missing in Xenoblade Chronicles 3 base game. Also, the game caps off the Klaus saga, which is the long saga of games and the long story that Tetsuya Takahashi has been trying to tell and has been trying to conclude for a very long time. And this Klaus saga started in 2010. It has now ended in 2023, so I think it's a very monumental game in that way. So, if the rules are the same, if DLC expansions like Blood and Wine, like Cyberpunk or Future Redeemed still have a chance of getting nominated and even winning, I hope to see Future Redeemed in the conversation for Best RPG of this year. And here's the thing, I don't want you guys to get the wrong idea. I don't care if Future Redeemed wins. In the end, it might still be my personal favorite RPG of the year. It might be Nishquick's personal favorite RPG of the year. But there is no denying the cultural and commercial and critical impact that Final Fantasy XVI is having in the video game industry. So I think a Final Fantasy XVI win will be very much deserved at the Game Awards. But my point is, I hope Future Redeemed is at least in the conversation for Best RPG of this year. At least in the conversation, what does that even mean? Well, a lot of people on Twitter are making polls, oh, which game is gonna win? Or even just asking questions, which game is going to be nominated? And people are replying down below. I'm not seeing many people talk about Future Redeemed. And then again, Xenoblade is not a very popular franchise compared to the likes of The Legend of Zelda, Final Fantasy, Bethesda games, Diablo. Xenoblade isn't up there. My point is, Xenoblade is getting there. And if you remember last year, Xenoblade was up on stage during the Game of the Year music medley. Yeah, it was nominated for Game of the Year, it was nominated for Best RPG, it was nominated for Best Original Soundtrack, though I wish it was nominated for Best Original Narrative and Best Performance for Harry McIntyre. That's besides the point entirely. But my thing is that I really think that Xenoblade should be recognized more. Even last year, I think Xenoblade was really snubbed when it comes to the Best Original Soundtrack award. I really feel like Xenoblade deserved that, and a lot of people agreed with me. Though God of War took it home, I really think that Xenoblade should have deserved that award, and I made a video on it. You guys can check that out if you guys are so inclined, because I go into detail on that more. And am I saying, oh, boo-hoo-hoo, Xenoblade isn't getting recognized, it's not getting talked about? No, but I feel like with it being one of the most prominent, recognized, and even revered RPGs of this year, you got people like Player Essence talking about it, you got people like me talking about it. So many Nintendo and RPG YouTubers are talking about this game. I'm gonna link some creators down below. You got people like Swai Senpai, Mad Kaiser, my buddy Yggdrasil, you might have seen him on the EXP podcast a few times. Yeah, a lot of us RPG fans, a lot of us Xenoblade fans really loved this game. And when you think about it, we're talking about it as if it's a game, not even as a DLC. It was a fantastic experience, and I think it should be recognized in some way this year. And even if it doesn't, that's fine, that's how it is. Xenoblade Chronicles X was recognized, but it wasn't recognized in the right year. Whatever, but I just feel like Xenoblade will be snubbed this year. I really have a big feeling in my heart that it will be snubbed, but I at least hope it is part of the conversation. I hope people don't forget about it. I hope people don't put it aside. I hope people at least remember when thinking about, oh, what are the best RPGs of this year? I hope Xenoblade comes to mind. Because you also got games like the new Trails game, Reverie, I think it's called that. That's also reviewing very well. A lot of people are playing it. Though, of course, it's not even as popular as some of the other games I was talking about. It's in the Xenoblade camp a bit, but it's something to consider. You got the new Star Ocean remake, you got Super Mario RPG. There's a lot of games in this RPG category that should be part of the conversation. Though I do think Future Redeemed should be among one of those. But yeah, that's basically all I had to say. I wanted to make this one a little short because basically I tried to make this video twice and I wanted to be on camera so like you guys can see me talk about this, but I made this video twice. First time I wasn't recording the audio and I was like, oh whatever, I'll just redo it. Second time I didn't even record on the camera right in front of me. So right now let me see if I'm recording my audio. Let me make sure I am. Alright guys, we're good. This is going to be the take. This is the one going up on the channel. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you agree with how I feel about Future Redeemed, and I want to put a disclaimer, I'm not, like, there's no negativity towards Final Fantasy 16, though I haven't played it. I want to reiterate, my whole thing is I don't want it to win over Final Fantasy 16, I just want it part of the conversation. And even a nomination would be great. My thing with the comparisons to Witcher 3 is that Witcher 3 Blood and Wine did win, and it is in the same caliber as Future Redeemed. It's an expansion, and it is a very meaty, very content-heavy expansion. So I thought, hey, I see that kind of correlation. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's not be disrespectful. Let's talk about it in the comments below, and let me know what you guys think. The Xenoblade fans, the Final Fantasy fans, the RPG fans, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a like. I really appreciate it. Subscribe for more content like this. This is Nishquick signing off. Have a great day. And go play some great games today, like Xenoblade Chronicles 3 and its expansion DLC waves 1, 2, 3, and 4, which is Future Redeemed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later. Hey guys, this is Nishquick. Thank you so much for watching that video, and if you enjoyed it, check out these two videos on the left, and if you aren't subscribed, why not hit that subscribe button on the way out? I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day, and see you later.